Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Apache RR 310. That's the name of the company's flagship and most powerful motorcycle. With a super sport approach in mind, the RR has been developed with inputs from TVS Racing that has over 37 years of racetrack experience. Now this one right here is the new 2019 model that gets multiple updates, with the most important one being the addition of a slip and assist clutch. We rode it for the first time at the MMRT racetrack in Chennai and it did put a smile on our face. Now it's time to test it out in the real world conditions out on the road. So sit back and enjoy the ride. In terms of design, nothing has really changed on the 2019 RR compared to the previous model, which means that it continues to remain one striking looking motorcycle. One major update in terms of styling is that the bike now gets a new glossy black paint scheme, which TVS calls Phantom Black. The new color looks absolutely smashing, especially with silver and red colored racing stripe. Overall, the bike comes across as a proper super sport, and in fact, the dimensions are so generous that anyone can easily mistake it for a 600cc motorcycle. There are no changes to the instrument cluster as well, and it continues to be a highly informative unit. In order to be precise, the cluster gets twin trip meters, readouts for date, time, gear position, instantaneous fuel economy, remaining range, engine temperature, top speed, and 0 to 60 lap timing, along with, of course, the usual information. Powering the 2019 TVS Apache RR 310 is the same 312cc single-cylinder liquid-cooled engine that is good for producing 34 HP of power along with a peak torque of 27 Nm. This one now gets a slip and assist clutch, and before I tell you its benefits, let's see what exactly it is and how it works. Slipper clutch or back torque limiter is a specialized clutch that is particularly designed for performance-oriented bikes, and it aims at reducing the effect of engine braking when the rider happens to decelerate, particularly while aggressive downshifting. The braking force is transmitted through the chain drive to the rear wheel, causing it to shake or lose traction. In such a case, the slipper clutch partially disengages or slips when the rear wheel tries to drive the engine faster than it would under deceleration. In simple words, a slipper clutch disengages or slips until the engine and wheel speeds are compatible. Moreover, the assist function in a slip and assist clutch also allows a lighter pull on the clutch lever, and we certainly felt this on the 2019 RR 310. Now, as mentioned earlier, we have already ridden the 2019 RR 310 on the racetrack, and now was the time to test its mettle first in the city. The engine on the 2019 RR 310 doesn't feel that much refined in the lower revs. It feels a bit jittery and there are noticeable vibrations. As the revs climb up post 3,500 RPM, the vibrations start to diminish and the engine starts to show its true character. While the vibrations are lesser on the 2019 model with the ECU updates and some small add-ons, things can still get a bit annoying when you are stuck in traffic. Now, in order to check the touring aspect of the 2019 RR 310, we took it for a 1000-kilometer road trip to Rajasthan that has got some of the finest highways in the country. Out on the highways, as you rev the engine further post the 4000 RPM mark, you will realize that there is so much to explore towards the top end, and that's what makes the RR 310 a great highway machine. The power delivery is quite linear and the gearing is tall enough, all thanks to which you don't have to change gears every now and then, and you can ride the bike at as low as 45 km per hour in 6th gear. The mid-range is strong, that lets you facilitate quick overtakes. The top end is great too, and the bike doesn't take a very long time to reach its top speed and hit the red line. Open the throttle in almost any gear and the bike feels ready to pull ahead with eagerness. The sweet spot of this engine is 5000 to 5500 RPM, and you can easily maintain a cruising speed of well over 100 km an hour for the longest of distances. The heat management system on this one is brilliant, and the temperature was well under 100 degrees even after riding the bike at close to 110 to 120 km an hour for almost 2 hours. In the city too, even after getting stuck in traffic for a significant amount of time, you won't feel that your legs are getting roasted. Another area where the RR 310 clearly favors the long distance hauls, especially on the highways, is the headlamp illumination. The dual LED projector setup does an impressive job and lights up the darkest of stretches, and since the beams throw and spread are great, it minimizes the anxiety of riding a motorcycle at night on the highways. Now coming to the most important update, the slipper clutch. Well, the setup takes care that the rear wheel doesn't lock up or hop during aggressive downshifts. On the 2019 TVS Apache RR 310, we noticed that even if you drop 2 gears at a reasonably high speed, you won't feel as much jerk due to engine braking as the slipper clutch lets the rear wheel spin more freely. That said, the unit not only lets you exit a corner faster while downshifting, it also promises better safety as rear wheel lockups at high speeds can lead to a crash when you downshift mistakenly or even intentionally. Having said that, the slip and assist clutch on the 2019 RR 310 did contribute to keeping us safe while delivering extra fun on our road trip. Talking of straight line stability, the RR feels rock solid even at speeds of over 130 km an hour. We managed to hit a top speed of 159 km an hour, and even at that pace, the engine didn't feel out of breath. When it comes to the fuel efficiency part, the bike delivered 32 km to a litre on our road trip and offered a range of close to 300 km with its 11-litre fuel tank. The RR sits on a trellis frame and feels nimble in traffic as it responds quick to directional changes. Suspension on the RR is tuned slightly on a stiffer side, but it is not too stiff like on an outright track bike. That said, the setup strikes a perfect balance between sporty riding and everyday usability. The seating on the RR 310 gets decent cushioning that is apt for long distances. While the wider front seat offers good support and comfort, it is the narrow pillion seat that puts the person behind you in slight discomfort. The riding position is on an aggressive side, however, it is not as demanding as the KTM RC390. That said, while the daily commutes on the RR aren't really something that you should be concerned about, it is the long distance rides during which you will feel some strain on your neck and back. Well, that is why it is called sports touring, isn't it? The suspension not only instills faith while cornering at high speeds, it also absorbs undulations and uneasiness of the road while daily commutes as well rather easily. The grip from the Michelin tires is also confidence inspiring, and you do not have to need to worry even under wet conditions. Braking on the 2019 TVS Apache RR 310 is taken care of with the help of 300mm disc brake up front along with a 240mm disc brake at the rear. Both the front and the rear have a fantastic feedback and bite, and these bring the bike to a halt as and when required without any complaints. The bike also gets a dual-channel anti-lock braking system that works seamlessly and is indeed a boon for highway riding. During our ride, the system certainly saved us a couple of times when a herd of cattle appeared out of nowhere on the highway while we were busy doing triple-digit speeds. At Rs 2.28 lakh ex-showroom Delhi, the TVS Apache RR 310 only gets better with the 2019 update. The slipper clutch is a significant addition that indeed enriches the riding experience. Not only it offers a faster ride, but delivers better safety too. Now to sum it up, the 2019 RR 310 is a more well-rounded package than before, and it certainly justifies the price that it demands. If city riding is your top priority, well, there are some better options out there in the market. However, if touring is something that remains on your list, this bike will certainly not disappoint you, and in fact, it does the job better than most of the bikes in its segment and is indeed a very capable sports tourer. If you like this video, do give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the Express Drives official YouTube channel. Also, click the bell icon to stay notified. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.